Hello and welcome back to Tottenham Logic TV. After these results we had against Manchester City and Aston Villa, I think there's some Spurs fans that are slowly starting to believe in Ange Postecoglou. Just that little bit, you know, just believing in Postecoglou now, just like the rest of us have done from the beginning. He's starting to prove people very, very wrong, and it's really good to see. We still need consistency. We still need to, go to Ipswich on Sunday and make sure we win, because losing there will just take everything we've gained from these two games and just throw it in the bin. So we definitely need to improve our consistency. But having said that, today I wanted to do a video on which players have improved under Ange Postecoglou, and I've picked four out. And the four I've picked is what I feel that they've improved on certain aspects of their game since last season. And I believe it's to do with the system and the tactics, as well as themselves improving their own performances. So if I've missed any, by the way, please comment which players you think have improved that I've missed. And I'm only picking four today, so there might be some more. But players that from last season to this season where you think are better than they were. So obviously players like Solanke can't be counted in this because he wasn't here last season under Ange. So first player I'm going to pick is Pedro Porro. And I know a lot of you will be thinking, Pedro Porro, what? He was cracking last season. He was a good player. He was. Don't get me wrong. But he was playing in a new system last season, so he had to adapt to that. And I think that really affected his defending. But now, this season, I have no question of his defending now. I feel very safe when he's one-on-one with a winger now. There's times he gets exposed. There's times that people do get past him, but what defender doesn't nowadays? You know what I mean? But his defending has much better now. His interceptions, his awareness, his tackling's better, his timing's better, his positional play is a lot better now than it was last season. So yeah, Pedro Porro for me has definitely improved under Ange. Now that he's got used to the system, Houston learning how to play. And not only that, I think the tweak in Ange's system where he's letting him play out wider now rather than inverting so much, because he doesn't invert so much anymore. I think that's really improved the way he plays too, and he has more of an effect on the game now. Just things like that, that volley he did through to Solanke, I think it was against Man United. Brilliant pass. The attributes Porro's got going forward has never been questioned, but I think his defensive play has definitely improved. And he can't be that bad, can he, if the likes of Real Madrid want to sign him now? So he must be up there now with the best. Another player I want to mention is Papa Matar. Papa Matar has gone up levels, in my opinion. Last season, first 10 games or so, he was a very, very good player, putting in the tackles, energy-wise. But that's the thing now. He's not just a player that's just got the energy and then can put a tackle in. He's also much better on the ball now, better at his aerial drills, linking up with the forward players more. He's now a goal threat. And he's got a good shot on him too. He's becoming now an all-round midfielder. And against Aston Villa, he was absolutely brilliant. He was the best player on the pitch. Him and Solanke, the work rate between him, Solanke, and Kulusevski makes that middle of the park, when Solanke comes and joins in the middle, makes the energy in that middle unbearable for opposition teams. And Papa Matar has massively improved this season. Another player I want to talk about is Brennan Johnson. Now, this is debatable between some fans. I understand that, as I'll get into what he can improve in a minute, but I'll tell you what he's doing at the moment. Not only is he scored 7 goals this season, which is already 2 more than the whole of last season. He's also now, his work rate is phenomenal. If you noticed against Aston Villa, he was tracking back as well, and helping out Pedro Porro and intercepting and recovering the ball, and running forward with the ball, pressing high. His work rate was insane. So to add to that, he's scoring goals now, getting in the right position. His positional play for getting on the end of the ball is improved as well. There's the amount of times he's been in space. and people haven't found him or haven't passed him the ball. He could have scored more goals this season. And to add to that, he's probably hit the post 2 or 3 times this season as well. So his goals could have been even higher. So for me, Johnson is improving immensely this season. 4 Premier League goals already this season. Very impressive. I've always backed this player. I've always known that he had something about him. The things he can improve on, though, so I don't want to make him look like a superstar or something, but he can improve on his dribbling past players, because he's a very quick player, and hitting the ball past players and running past them is something he needs to do more of. And also, he probably needs to improve on his crossing. If he can get these 2 aspects perfected, or just improved by at least 10-20%, this guy could be an insane winger for us. He's already getting the goals. He just needs to improve on more, maybe getting more assists this season and crossing and getting past his man. He does do it on times. His crossing is good at times. He gets past his man at times. If he can consistently do this more, he will be an insane player for us. So the 4th player I want to speak about is Kulusevski. Man, oh man. He is now our best player, in my opinion, this season. He's our best player by far this season. His work rate is insane. Since Ange Postecoglou has brought him inside and played him in the number 10 role, even Maddison's on the bench now. Maddison was seen as our only attacking threat in the number 10 role, only playmaker that we had. And Kulusevski's taken his position. That's how good Kulusevski's been this season. I think he's already got 4 assists and 2 goals, but it should be miles more than that. The numbers are not actually adding up properly for Kulusevski, because he created 9 chances against Man United at Old Trafford, which was a record, by the way. And he didn't even get an assist in that game. That was crazy. He set up 3 one-on-ones and all 3 were missed. So Kulusevski has been insane this season. So he's massively improved. His link up play has improved. His on the ball skills have improved. His goal scoring's improving. His assists are improving. He is just now turned into an elite player, and he's one of our most important players now. Let me know in the comments who I've missed, who you think has improved. Has anybody improved more than the players that I've said? It looks like Ange does know what he's doing. Apparently, these players that I've mentioned were not good enough last season, and they wouldn't be able to elevate us onto a top 4 position. Obviously, they're showing that they are good enough, and they can compete in the Premier League, and they can compete against top sides. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. And come on, you Spurs.